Celebrity Sleaze right now. And don't forget, big announcement, 7:20 on Monday. This is not a fire drill. This is for real. It's happening.
Yeah, your clue is big, okay?
Yeah.
And speaking of big, Barnes, Taylor Swift's Eras Tour on track to amass a record-breaking $1 billion in sales, making it the highest-grossing tour ever. I'm saying ever. Not sure how much she's going to make off of it, but if you think of the 106-stop tour, it's become notorious for the cost of the tickets, right? I mean, some parents shelling out 5 figures. I mean, seriously? I know you had to shell out some money, right?
I did not shell out. They shell their own monies out if they want to keep going to different cities and seeing Taylor Swift. Get a job.
Yeah, well, as of last week, earnings already surpassing Springsteen, Harry Styles, Elton John. And by the way, she's still got more dates. She's going overseas. You know that, right? South America, Asia, Australia. It's grossed $300.8 million thus far, with the average ticket running around $253. But of course, that's on the low end. Nearly 54,000 tickets are sold per show, and Taylor has sold a whopping more than 1 million tickets thus far, just after 22 stops. And think about this, Barnes. We're not even including merch. Have you seen the merch lines?
Dude, that's just, all those numbers are just U.S.
Just U.S.
Power.
Speaking of big tours, I just saw this announcement. The Eagles announcing the long goodbye. Keep that word long in mind, Barnes. The final tour, the time has come to close the circle.
Come on.
That's right.
How many times can they say it's their final tour?
Yeah, but by the way, special guest Steely Dan, which I will definitely go see. I have to say, though, because Vince Gill is now an official member, and when he sings those songs, it sounds like he was born to be in the Eagles. So it's going to feature Don Henley, Joe Walsh, Timothy B. Schmidt, Vince Gill, and Deacon Fry is coming back. So he's actually going to come back. Remember, he took a little bit of a hiatus, so that's happening. And then I saw another, I think you made a comment about this the other day when I brought it up. Foreigner announcing their farewell tour, and a very best of Foreigner. So
that was Queen yesterday.
He was kind of making fun of them, but there's a lot of Foreigner fans out there.
And by the way, Queen's about to get her first Ozempic or whatever Montaro shot here before 8. We're gonna shoot the Queen live on the air, and we're gonna hear about this. A lot of people want to take that journey, but Queen's starting it today.
Harrison Ford just wrapping up his tenure as Indiana Jones in the 5th installment, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. He is 81 years old, and now Tom Cruise is speaking out, hoping to have the same longevity when it comes to him playing Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible. He had an interview with an Australian paper, and he said, hey, you know what? I just turned 61. I've got, 20 years to catch up with Harrison Ford. He is a legend. I hope to keep making Mission Impossible films until I'm his age.
That says a lot about Harrison Ford, because most 80-year-olds are having it, if they can make it from their bedroom to the couch to watch TV all day, they're doing a good day. This guy's doing movies.
Yeah, and he looks fantastic, by the way.
Action movies, nonetheless. He's taking something.
By the way, we mentioned this, I think a couple of months ago in Sleaze. Jennifer Lopez, coming out with her own spritzer brand called Delola. Remember, she got flack from people saying, you don't drink, and Ben Affleck's in recovery. Well, she's finally addressed it. She posted on social media to defend herself and her brand. She says it's true she didn't drink for a long time, but in the last 10 to 15 years, she's been drinking an occasional cocktail. Here she is on Instagram.
You know what? I know that a lot of people have been talking about, she doesn't even drink. What's she doing with a cocktail line? And to tell you the truth, that was true for a long time. I didn't drink. Over the past 10, maybe 15 years, I have been having the occasional cocktail. I do drink responsibly. I don't drink to get faced. I drink to be social and have a nice time and just kind of relax and let loose a bit, but always responsibly.
That was kind of she sure thought about that answer for, a month, and then came out?
I just feel like celebrities need to know their brand, and now guess who is getting slammed?
Who?
This one came out of nowhere. Blake Lively.
For what?
Well, she came out with her own alcohol brand, despite admittedly not being a drinker herself. Quote, drinking isn't my thing, but for the blank sake, flavor is. She wrote that on her Instagram. She has a sparkling cocktail brand called Betty Booze. Homemade recipes, real fruit, real ingredients, quality booze, Barnes, no crap. Also, a real time saver. And I think what's really interesting about this is the brand seems to be named after their 3-year-old daughter, Betty. What?
So is it her brand?
Yeah, it is. Listen to these flavors. Sparkling bourbon with apple ginger, sour cherry. That kind of makes me want to gag. Sparkling tequila with oak smoked lemonade. And sparkling tequila with lime shisho. Shisho? Yeah.
I don't buy it. It's so inauthentic. Look, if you're a pothead, you're not going to go buy your pot from Fram. You're going to go buy it from some dude who's stoned all the time because he's authentic.
I was a little shocked that Blake would, because she has said that she doesn't drink.
Yeah, I just feel like you have to be authentic if you're pimping something, or else it just doesn't make any sense.
I know you fly a lot, and you often see these things on TikTok. Well, a woman had an epic meltdown on an American Airlines flight, saying that another passenger on the plane was not real while she was heading towards the exit. Here are parts of the rant, which is on TikTok right now.
I feel bad for this woman. It's obviously a mental health situation. I mean,
it is.
And people don't know what to do with it. But glorifying it on TikTok, probably not the best thing. It's more, I think it'd be better to call attention to getting people like this help. But it happened.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. But I am telling you right now that back there is not real, and you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Yeah, that is sad.
It's really sad, but it turned out that Carrot Top was on this flight, and then he posted this on social media about the whole incident.
You want to hear a fun fact?
Yeah, what?
Carrot Top is my wife's parents' neighbor.
Oh, you should knock on his door and invite him on the show, Barnes.
He's got a funky place right on the lake in Winter Park, Florida. But here he is commenting on that.
Hi, everyone. I just want to let you know I made it home. I give my hats off to everyone at American Airlines today for how they handled the situation. That nut job just lost your mind in front of the whole plane. 5 hours later, we're here in Orlando. I hope you're having a relaxing evening behind bars in Dallas, Texas. Hope you enjoyed your little stunt.
That seemed a little insensitive. Like, it seems like maybe he saw it from it's obvious that girl or woman is troubled.
And by the way, you can see hundreds of these on TikTok. It's really sad. And that, Barnes, is your Celebrity Sleaze.
The Morning X with Barnes and Leslie. 99X.
We're all juggling life, a career, and trying to build a little bit of wealth. The Brown Ambition podcast with host Mandy and Tiffany the Budgetnista can help.
HGTV's Paige Turner.
People are wanting to buy a home. Is it a buyer's market? Is it seller's market? Is it neither?
It's neither. If you're in a position to buy a home, and if it makes more sense to own than to rent at this time in your life, then buy the house. Just don't buy the house thinking in 6 months you're going to make a $400,000 profit off of it, because that's not there anymore.
Brown Ambition.
Wherever you listen.